Beautiful TV screen in Letele, a very wonderful show by the youth. For the youth, this is Frugal Bodies. Frugal Bodies is a show that tries to expose talented youth and those who are doing extraordinary things to change their life or change Eswatini life. We're having different types of young people who will be telling us much about their talent in whatever field of artistry they are doing. They will be telling us about their background, current incidents, and about their future plans. Taste test.
When people say it's over, they actually allow God to take over.
Be yourself. Go there, show the world what you are.
You need to sacrifice timvo lokithandzako, let it close to your heart. Kube khona lokubhala phasi kulabakufundisile.
And welcome to Channel Yemaswati News. My name is Kanyisile Mabuza. Before we start with our news bulletin, let's take a look at our top stories making headlines this half an hour. The Minister for Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Honorable Moses Vilagati, has expressed the Ministry's utmost appreciation and gratitude to His Majesty's government for the budget for 2021 and 2022 financial year. Today was the 5th day of searching for 8-year-old child who drowned at Lutantama River at Gwaluseni area where they involved a traditional healer. And finally, Mr. Pondomota of Mbiwake area has since confessed or admitted to having sold some pieces of land in his lifetime. And now the news in detail. The Minister for Tourism and Environmental Affairs is grateful to His Majesty's government for the current budget that the ministry was given on Friday. This follows a budget speech that was delivered by the Minister for Finance, to which the minister said they are going to work around, as the motto says, make more with less. We have a report.
Following the budget speech delivered by the Minister for Finance, Honorable Neil Rickenberg, last week on Friday, Channel Yemaswati conducted an interview with the Minister for Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Honorable Moses Vilagati. This interview was to find out as to how the ministry is going to use their money allocated for the year 2021-2022 financial year. To this, the Minister first expressed his utmost appreciation to the Finance Ministry and the government at large for actually acknowledging the importance of the ministry, even though the year 2020 was a bad year for the tourism industry. The minister stated that it was on the verge of actually being recognized world over, as we had achieved number 5 in the entire world on recognition for tourism.
kakhulu ngoba kwehlabo sakho siphethe kakhulu kuna iCovid ngoba nakusenale COVID kumadima naloko ukuthi uyathi ukuthi tawuphela nini utawente kanjani ngoba tonke imali setiya khona ngoba into yokuqala lobe siyayicabanga unokuphila nje kuphela nathi ke silitiko sibonga lele sikutholile besicela lokungetulu kunalokho ngoba nasobuka emihlabeni le kulamanye amave tindzaba ikakhulu letekuvakasha netemvelo sitimcoka kakhulu emaveni nje lamanyenti ukhanza ukuthi botekuvakasha sibaletha bo7 kuya kubo 10% we-GDP lakithi sibe sekubo6 kepha ke ngaloko ukuthi sibe sesilinyatwa iCovid ngiyabona sesehle almost kuya kubo 3% we-GDP lokho ke kulimata kakhulu kulomnotho ngoba kusho ukuthi abantu baluza imisebenzi mahotela akasebenzi kungako sesibheke ukuthi mhlambe nakuvulwako kuvulwa emaheke abantu bajova sibacala ukuhamba taphenze kubuyele lapho esibukileke ukuthi ngalesikhathi ke kusevalelekile sitabe senta letinto letita ukukhanga labantu ukuthi nakusukuyavulwa nje kwatawale ukuthi nawute Eswatini uta endzaweni emicimbi lebuke kakhulu temasiko.
The minister concluded by stating that they are still going to also make sure that they run environmental-friendly campaigns, just like the Phatsa Sakho Nawe campaign. For Channel Yemaswati News, I am Kanyisile Mabuza with Zandile Mpapane Ezulwini.
University of Eswatini Registrar has put emphasis on the fact that students are not expected to be seen physically at the university premises while making applications for the academic year. According to Dr. Simelane, this is going to help curb the spread of COVID-19 as well as make sure that everything is going with accuracy. We have a report.
The Registrar of the University of Eswatini, Dr. Salebona Simelane, has stated in detail why it is important for aspiring students of the university to apply or to send their applications via the internet. Simelane, while speaking to our reporter, stated that they are also trying to speed up the process while reducing the number of people that actually goes to the university physically. He stated that this is because they are trying to fight against the spread of COVID-19 and also encourage students to be techno-savvy.
Form itholakala kule website ye University of Eswatini. Iyaqhamuka ke lapha ku www.uniswa with an i.sz. Bese seyavela leyo page ke sebayiclicka ke konke lemininingwane lethingekako ivela khona lapho kule application form nalo ukuthi nje ke maphi programs of study ngicabanga ukuthi labanenge babita ngema course akusi course lakithi kuswa i-program of study nafuna nje ukwenza i-BCom sibita i-BCom yokuthi program of study tawulistwa nayo nalo ukuthi ke yini lethingekako nangabe ngifuna kuyofunza tifundvo letitsite usho ukuthi ke imvamsa yesikhathi entry requirements ke lesikhuluma ngawo kuyaye kube standard nje lesisibekayo ukuthi lo mntwana akabe umuntu lo saphase form 5 aphase ngendlela letsite lo form 5 hayi nje ukuthi uphasile nje kuphela kodwa kumele ukuthi kube netifundvo letitsite latiphasile wathola grade C or better kuleto tifundvo. Imvamisa ke tiba ngu5 letifundvo. Kulo 5 kungena i-English language. I-English language vele it's a must lokuthi angathola i-credit ukuze ukuthi edela kithi atofunza.
He concluded by stating that those who are in the rural areas or those who do not have any access to computers or the internet can visit their constituency center. He stated that this is where they should be assisted. He also stated that if push comes to shove, one can visit the university premises, but this is something that they strongly discourage as an institution. I'm Kanyisile Mamuza for Channel Yemaswati News with Kimberly Mavuso Waluseni.
Pastor Sikhumbuzo Shongwe today appeared before the magistrate court where his acquittal was postponed. We have a report.
The last time the case presided, the last witness was brought in. Today, Sikhumbuzo Shongwe's lawyer applied that court must acquit Shongwe because Crown has failed to bring enough evidence to prosecute Shongwe. 4 witnesses were brought by Crown: Jabu Shongwe, Gugundlovu, Tapelo Mabuza, and Constable Jabulani Kininza, in the line with the Section 74, subsection 4 of the Criminal Procedure and Evidence Act. An accused person is entitled to be acquitted or released if evidence is not enough to prove a case against him. Evidence by Ms. Shongwe of assault was denied at cross-examination as there was no medical report to prove the case, which shows the story was fabricated. Furthermore, the case is continuously made on a driver of the accused on that day that he informed the complainant to flee from Mfuleni lifestyle because the accused instructed them to block her way so that the accused could assault the complainant. This witness is very crucial, but he was not called in. Even his statement was not taken by the police. It is stated that Constable Jabulani Kininza had his own reason to arrest Shongwe, knowing that he also admitted calling a respectable Swazi, who is Sikhumbuzo Shongwe, a boy, and further told him that this place is Babane, not Manzini, where Shongwe reside. It is in question that it is proper for police officers to call law-abiding citizens a boy. It is also stated that Shongwe breached an interim order on the 13th of October 2020, which is a mere fabrication since the only interim order that was there had expired by that time, since the only interim order was from the 19th of March and it lapsed on the 25th of March 2019. In totality of the evidence tendered by all the witnesses before courts, it is weak, and therefore there is no reasonable man who could prosecute the accused with weak evidence. Matogoza Mpamali, the lawyer for Sikhumbuzo Shongwe, then applied for the court to acquit Shongwe and discharge him since there is not enough evidence to incriminate him. A date for return was set to be the 12th of April, where a judgment will be made. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe, Babane Magistrate Court.
Students from the Southern African Nazarene University are threatening to strike as they stated that they're going to visit the appropriate or relevant ministry to deliver their grievances. This was to Channel Yemaswati reporters today, where they stated that they do need their allowance money because now students are hungry wherever they are. We have a report.
Students from the Southern African University will march on Wednesday to deliver a petition at the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. Part of the students' grievances is that first-year students should be given their scholarship. The representative of the students stated that they will make sure that they follow COVID-19 regulations as they march to the ministry, and that other students from other universities in the kingdom will join them.
Okay. We will be marching to the Ministry of Labour and Social Security because we are having an outcry, especially from the level ones, which are our sisters and brothers. They are hungry. They haven't received anything in allowances since then. Yet we talked with the PS somehow last year. And he promised that it's going to take 2 months, then they will receive their allowances. And now it's like 4 to 4 months. They haven't received even a cent. So we'll be marching to deliver a petition to say, please, they are hungry, they need their money, and they have debts now, debts they have to settle. So I think another question might be, how are we going to do it? Because we are in the midst of COVID-19. We will try to adhere to the regulations of COVID-19, social distancing, and we'll be having sanitizers. We'll be wearing our masks and that.
I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News with Kanyisile Mabuza. Manzini.
Uthola the best every day at Pick and Pay Eswatini. Thenga ema-PNP Large Eggs 48 nga-62.99 kuphela. Thola i-PNP Chakalaka Brivos nga-34.99 ikilogram. Ema-Captain Chicken Mix Portions 5 kg ngu-139.99. Thenga ema-Cool Baked Beans 410 gram lamane nga-44 emalangeni. Uthole i-Cool Mix Veg Curry 420 gram mahala. Uze kube ngumhla ka-4 March e-Pick and Pay Eswatini kuphela.
Lapho khona ubona likusasa lakho kungathi liyafiphala. Utibona ungasilutho emhlabeni. Hamu CIT College avusekela imaphupho akho. Kusukela mhla ka-1 March sowungasifaka isicelo sakho sekuyofunda e-CIT College. Kulabo labafisa ukuqala kufunza ngaJune. Khetha takho tifundvo kunati, uthishela, i-primary teachers diploma, emabhizinisi, ebunjinela, ICT naletinye. Nesakho nawe sikhona. Sithole esitwashini embabane noma usishayele ku24220745. CIT College.
Passenger Truck and Bus Tires, a company that prides itself in good quality tires for your vehicle. We have all sizes from 12 inches to 19 inches. We offer free fitting and balancing. Find us in all our branches in Matapa Mahala, Pigs Peak Emangisini, Msumbe Etingatzeni, and at Ebusheni next to the filling station. You can call us on 7602-3219 or 7602-1166. Passenger Truck and Bus Tires.
Umthu ehlahla temvelo awusentshethiswa kusukela ndulo kusita kwelaphatifo nekuhlala uphilile. I-Dubsable Shop ithengisa lonke uhlobo lemithi yehlahla temvelo. Sekusikhathi lesithi solo Dubs athengisa le mithi lesita kwelapheni tifo letfaka ekhatsi, libhande, emajiji, sidliso, ifo telicansi, uhlungu besifazane mabaya emfuleni, tilonza esiswini. Lokubuyisa imandla kubobabe, umhlume kanye naletinye letinyendi. Uma sozame konke wehluleka vakashela titolo tethu kaManzini eMbabane enhlangano kanye nasesimunyu tothola lusido. Kwati kabandi shayele ku 2505 4806 7602 6422 2505 2028 noma usithumelele umlayeto ku-email info@dubsgroup.com. Dubs Herbal Shop. Herbal is health, herbal is life.
Welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us. I'd also like to take this opportunity and welcome all of our viewers who have just tuned into Channel Yemaswati News. And now we shall continue with our news bulletin. The search was still going on today at Lutantama River at Gwaluseni and surrounding areas for an 8-year-old child who drowned last week on Thursday. Today, they also incorporated a traditional healer, also known as a Sangoma, who performed a ritual and promised them that they're going to find the child's body tonight or tomorrow. We have a report.
A traditional healer was called to perform certain rituals by a Masugu family at Gwaluseni in the Lutantama River, where the family's 8-year-old allegedly drowned on Thursday. Police, divers and residents had to wait the whole morning for the traditional healer to perform her rituals first before they continue with the search. A goat was slaughtered inside the river, and then the traditional healer told the divers to dig a certain area where she said she was positive that the body will be found. Unfortunately, digging where the traditional healer said the divers should dig did not yield any good results. Today marks day 5 since the 8-year-old drowned in the Lutantama River. Family members and the Royal Eswatini Police Service expressed their gratitude to residents who they stated that they supported them from day one.
Sicela ukuthi namuhla sikhole off operation kusasa nga-8 siyabuya siqhubeka ne-operation engapheli amandla malangana ekugcineni kwakho konke lo ngetulu utasisida siyabona inombolo solo tiyakhula basijoyina nalabanye siqhubekeni kusasa aze asemblisha khona lapha singene kube normal sehle sosimendasi so ngiloko nje inkosi yami sibonge umango wala sibonge abantu abadzala abangabo bedlamini sibonge
Elmon Masugu, the victim's grandfather, stated that they were hoping that the traditional healer will help them in allocating the body. The search will continue tomorrow morning at 8.
uma suka le njengomuntu obona ngese singaboni ngalo thi ufika la lo moya nafika lapha umphelele lothi kungahle kube kule so uthi akumbiwe la ufika la kuphelele lapha ya endana kuphelele lapha ke singaqhubeka masingatholi lutho siqhubeke sibhekele sesingamthola noma nini nemva kwaloko uzobuya noma nini kusuka manje ngabuya noma nini kodwa nje asiqhubeke thina masingatholi ngibani yena noma usho kanje kodwa nje uthi asifunela siqhubeke nangaba sithole lutho okunye ke ngikucabangayo nduna ukuthi njengoba izolo angisihambe sagcina sathi kuneliphunga elishayako umqondo wami manje ake ngithathe imoto ngihamba nabanye sike sizwe ukuthi lephunga ngabe linjani nami na njengoba kumbe kungenzeka namhla selikhulile kunayizolo okay ngoba nje bengathi kubesifuna kakhulu lapho kodwa ngoba nawu vele insolo sihlelane ngicabanga ukuthi selishonele ngeke nje lokwenza nje naqine kufika nje kumane nje kube kumbe nje noma kunababili bathathu nokuba nje kunuka wathi ngabe kusanje ngayizolo yini ngoba kubulela bloko lesibili lelo lesikole enza kusanyana kwakhona lelo highway freeway oh okay.
I am Zanile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News with Mxolisi Mavuso, KwaLuseni.
Mr. Pondomota from Bibake area has admitted to having sold some pieces of land and allocated some homesteads, some land at Mbibake. This follows a feud where him and other parties involved in the matter were all denying having allocated anyone on the land in question.
Following a feud over land that is currently ongoing at Mbibake under the KwaLuseni constituency, Channel Yemaswati reporters were today contacted by the Mota family who wanted to state their side and their standing in the matter currently. We conducted an interview with Mr. Pondo Mota, who is one of the elders of the family, who in an interview confirmed that he also used to sell pieces of land to the public.
Mine lapha ngimethule ngishonge sengishonge nanga losehla kubugumba babe ngiyaba ubugumba babe enhla naku nje umuntu usedula lapha kubugumba nje lama flat la khamba nyanga nje etulu ngobonaka nje ngishonge ngishonge sengimdluli sengibali isothi ngidlamini nanga weliluntu nali ngidlamini oh sengithatha bomzulu nangiphasi nangu la ngiphela ubanika kanjani uyabathengisela na ubanika le bathenga malini nangibanika lapha labantu beta la kimi bathi motha sitakhalela lesithalela ngawo ngisinami awu bantu babethu vele kunjalo la kadzeni bekuvele ikhishwa imbuti nangabe vele sengilihlanga sengiyalikhipha bathi bongele labantu benkosi lalabanye ke bekungenile kwanyana letulu le umgwango le beta batongifela la bayimvuneni sekomvuna musa wathi musa asenihambeni kunaba bakamusa banemali isithi amusa nje bonke la lapha la kule nembabane nakuvula umgwaqo le edlangeni yeah
manje babhadala malini laba tibongela kuwe babhadala malini
awu nkosi yami bebanginika nje bo30 bo30 banginika bo30 lomunye ke nangabe eva yena ngoba labantu mina phela ngibawuza ukukhekha
basubathatshiswa ngeso stage
bese
Mota stated that he didn't charge them much money as he used to charge them 30,000 amalangeni and other amounts ranging around the same amount. He stated that people saw that he's an elderly man and therefore he should be the rightful person to also allocate them land since he is one who was born in the area. I'm Kanyesile Mabuza, any reports compiled by Kimberly Mavuso Mbibake.
for our sports news. The director for Moneni Pirates Football Club, Mr. Zitamlilo, has stated that a new development is coming to the club. He stated that Moneni Pirates is going to be converted into a company for the betterment of its running and also its income generation. We have a report.
The Moneni Pirates Football Club director, Mr. Zitamlilo, has stated that he is planning on changing the way that the team is governed. Zita stated that since he is a businessman from the Republic of South Africa, he has more expertise on how to run a company, and therefore he sees it fit that the club should be changed into a company that is going to have management and a board of directors, which will both be dominated by women.
Draw the lineup, they will show this was a flag. So I think that there is space for synergy between corporate Swaziland and football, and the broader national ethos of Swaziland is to say, let's build a country, let's build a harmonious country. So I think that as a first step is to say, let's go and knock on the doors of corporate Swaziland, let's have a conversation with them, let's see how we can assist in what corporates always want, the bottom line, and at the same time the corporate social responsibility of participating in a country and helping that country to grow. So I'm hoping that we'll knock on a few doors and have a conversation with corporate Swaziland, which is why on our side I'm saying we are going to have Moneni Pirates run as a company. It will have two components: the management executive, which as I've indicated will be all female, black African female, and we'll also have a board which is going to be also black African female, and we want to create space in terms of which we assist, play our own part in women empowerment. Football is a male-dominated sport, and we want to bring women into this sport. COVID should be an excuse for everything. So a post-COVID economy must be an economy that accommodates women, both at a management level in terms of the executive and at a control level in terms of the board. So broadly speaking, I'm saying there must be a conversation with corporate Swaziland to participate in football. What is the bottom line that you want as corporate Swaziland, and what is it that we can give you as people who are in sport? And on the other hand, let's use Moneni Pirates as a flag bearer to say, let's participate in the project of women empowerment, both at board level and at management.
Lila stated that the team is going to be different in the near future, but the culture of Moneni Pirates is still going to be observed by the club. For Channel Yemaswati News, I am Kanyisile Mabuza in a report by Kimberly Mavuso in Mantini.
Swallows Football Club is going to introduce their new players to supporters via social media platforms. This follows the fact that no one can be seen gathered anywhere as per COVID-19 regulations, trying to fight against the spread. We conducted an interview with the team's communications officer, Mangaba Mabuza, in the following report.
The Mbabane Swallows Football Club is going to start a program of introducing newly signed players into the club. This was revealed by the team's public relations officer, Mangaba Mabuza, who stated that this activity is going to make the team supporters get more information about their players and also become more familiar with them.
But now, my replica sasisho nyoba umvile o president of club asho ukuthi ema replica siyawasebenza lokhona ukuthi kuningi lokubuka uma sikhuluma ngenzabe ama-replica salilontsha nje le jezi silontshelwa singoba ema-games bese kacala sekudlala kodwa-ke when it comes to ukuwathengisa timbili zethu mcobo kucala kukhulumisana nesponsor kuthi ngoba phela kunama-branding guidelines aso sponsor njengoba wathi sithimu lenkulu lena sinesponsor lesinxeswati nemobile kufuna ukuthi nayo before ulithengise nje nento ebu-branding nabo ni layeze nema discuss nabo nathi futhi khona lesibone letolo kungasebenzi and kule ndlela ekuthengisa ama replica njalo abantu abajabula kakhulu balandzele ngale ndlela esitawathengisa ngayo la ma replica besilungisela letinto leto ke dingolo letiningi lotumbukako ungakalikhiphi so ungalithola la ulithole la but sta announce ngicaba ukuthi lingaphelele livikilele sitabe announce ile ukuthi itholakala ku bridges la bangalithenga khona ngoba nama games ngicaba ukuthi depending ukuthi uhulumende utawuthini ngicaba somhlawumbe batawubuya vele in the future so nakabuya afuna sikhangise ready bagcoka ijezi bajabule.
Okay, sivile ukuthi indawo letha abalandzeli indawo lethela abalandzeli badlali especially labo basayinela abasha sewuzivetele kulo hlangothi.
Yes, ba shothe indawo tsini kunalaba sisayine kakhulu babane swalo sisayinile kakhulu Kimberley kulo mnyaka lo. So kuneba ma players le kufuna siwa introduce kuba ma fans. Utawukhumbula ukuthi eminyakeni lophelile sibenalo lehlelo lokuthi sisozete badlali through ama social media platforms ethu siwasozete kuma fans. Lapho khona bese ba interview thina kube nema live sessions on Facebook, on Instagram. So interview abadlali but wathi nje ema fans ayade impilo emidlalo jikelele nje ukuthi umdlali nakavuka kusenwenda njani uthanza ini akathanza ini uyawudlala yini music.
Mabuza then expressed the team's appreciation to the club president Archbishop Begulukele, who has bought a new minibus for the club, which is the first of its kind in the history of the team ever since its establishment in the 1940s. I'm Kanyisile Mabuza for Channel Yemaswati News in a report compiled by Kimberley Mavutso in Babane.
The Yemaswati Football Association has been told by CAF, who is the governing body for soccer in the African continent, that the Mavuso Sports Center is not fit for international standards to hold international games as a stadium. It was said in a press statement that was released.
Eswatini Football Association hereby takes the opportunity to inform stakeholders that the CAF have since decided that the forthcoming AFCON 2021 qualifiers match Day 5 against Guinea-Bissau cannot be hosted at the Mavuso Sports Center in Manzini. On the analysis, CAF considers the venue to no longer conform to the CAF Stadium's requirements to host international matches. CAF has highlighted as deficient the following area: the pitch conditions, which are considered poor, the dressing rooms, which are viewed to be not a high-quality standard, and general renovation work, where CAF has stated that the stadium needed to be fully modernized to host international matches. The venue prohibition has been received with great distress and astonishment, considering that the match in question is only a few weeks away, with some of the elements prescribed at eviction needing lengthier time address, impractical to address such efficient fundamentals within restricted time frame. The Eswatini Football Association is consequently trying to collaborate with the restricted time with various stakeholders to execution of hosting the forthcoming match as directed by CAF. Conclusive details on the hosting of the match will be communicated within the next 2 weeks once all discussions with the pertinent stakeholders have been concluded. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Strongway, Babane.
And with that, we have come to the inevitable end of our news bulletin. But before signing out, let's take a look at our top stories making headlines once again. The Minister for Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Honorable Moses Vilagati, has expressed the Ministry's utmost appreciation to His Majesty's government for the current budget of their 2021-2022 financial year. And today was day 5 of the search of the young girl who drowned at the Lutantama River last week on Thursday, where her family also incorporated their assistance over a sangoma. And finally, Mr. Pondo Mota from Bibake area has since admitted to our reporters that he did sell some pieces of land recently. Thank you very much for staying with us on the news. My name is Kanyisile Mabuza, wishing you a very good night and may God bless you. The Yemaswati Football Association